All right, here we go, folks. We got ourselves a fresh new matchup. Spawning down to the bottom left, it's Maru, and in the top right, it's Classic. And this is a qualifying match for the StarsWar 11, a big old tournament taking place in China. And this is a match to make it in there. It is a $25,000 tournament. And it's a top 8 LAN. So winner of this one makes it through. Loser still has a chance in the lower bracket, but it will be a toughie. Absolutely. So why not just get it done here? Very uncharacteristic best of 3 for the qualifying match, but here we are. Now, this is being played on the new patch and the new maps. Here on Alcyone. Obviously, that's not a new map, but there are still 4 maps from the old pool, and many of the players are going to be comfortable playing on the old maps, at least for a little bit. A little bit. Classic had a... Well, he had an event versus Maru recently. I believe it was on Alcyone, where Maru kind of happened to him. I think it's fair to say that that is how to put it. Maru most definitely happened to him on that map. Now, Classic was in a good position in that game. And he's definitely a player that can make it happen. But Maru still has that magic to him. Oh, we are going to see the Reaper barely escaping out. Just barely gets away.
Oh, A-spot.
But, yeah, here we are. It is going to be a Stargate opener here from Classic. He is very comfy doing this. He's innovated quite a bit of new PvT and just Protoss in general play. Oh, Hellion going to try and run by. Will get denied. Nice job. Good job on denying the scout, but secondary scout, no, not going to get in. He did still see the robo. And chances are that's Phoenix, but it's not necessarily enough information. Okay, Reaper, we didn't see it. It happened off screen, but Reaper did just get into the main and saw the Stargate. But... wait, hang on. We're not actually seeing him move forward with medevac, right? No way. Yeah, you didn't see it, but I saw it. I noticed. Where is the medevac? Okay. Medevac's just moving units around here. Just ferrying those Widow Mines. Classic obviously looking for some damage on that medevac, but won't be able to find anything meaningful, really. Still? Well, that medevac was... well, it's not going to achieve much. The thing is, Classic, though, is still quite scared about it because it could try and slip across the map. And he knows that. He knows that, so he's going to have... well, he's going to be chilling a little bit. Maru behind this did go fast third command center, which he's been doing quite a bit of. And it's going to be that fast double engineering bay as well. Classic. He's playing a much more standard opener. Third Nexus is not crazy fast here, but it's decently timed. Maru, Raven up is going to be built here, which is rather interesting, into Phoenixes, especially if you're not getting the interference matrix, because the chance of you finding meaningful damage with like auto turrets is super low, which basically means you're just hoping for a big anti-armor missile. I mean, you can spam auto turrets during a fight. It's just, it's a little bit of a strange setup. Classic scouting the setup from Maru. Honestly, this feels a little bit, I don't want to say flimsy from Maru, but feels like being on the map is a little bit bold. Now, as long as you're very quick with your movement, should be fine. But if Classic can spot that Maru is kind of reaching his hand a little bit too deep in the cookie jar, which is what it feels like what is happening, Classic might be able to just jump that army and take it down. Feels like that is a really bold bit of movement here. Oh, Phoenix does eat a big mine shot. Doesn't go down, because it takes more than one mine to kill a Phoenix. Behind this, we are going to see Classic going once again directly to Sky Toss. This is what he likes. This is what he is a big fan of here. Ooh. Raven will get jumped, and this is kind of what I was talking about. I'm like, he kills the Phoenix, and that was absolutely best case scenario with that. And that is not really so fantastic. Oh, okay. Well, that was interesting. So he started Carriers, canceled, started Tempests, canceled again, and goes back into Carriers. It's not a big deal because it was all in the course of about, I don't know, 5 seconds. So he doesn't lose that much time. But it is interesting that he did that. We're going to see a second Forge, a Twilight Council come on in. Man, that is fast Colossus coming on in here. Maru will start up his 2-2. No +1 air weapons yet for Classic, which is a little bit strange because that is what you need to make those carriers effective. Scan comes down for Maru and sees the timing of the carrier transition. That's big. That is huge. Viking did go down initially, but Maru does kind of have Classic on the run a little bit, and the Marauders managed to close the distance on one of those Colossi. Classic is... he's in a bit of a danger zone right now. Losing one of those Colossi is big because... oh, man, can Maru just run him over with the 1-1 timing? He kills the second Colossus. Carriers are going to try and burn through the Marines, but the carrier number 1's going to fall. Maru's just going to run him over. Classic is absolutely dead. Maru spots the carrier timing on the transition and hits at the perfect timing before Classic was really ready. Maru's just going to straight up take game 1, I think. Third Nexus falls. Not a lot of probes yet. But Classic is going to be -2 bases. And that is... I think that's just too much to overcome. Because Maru's building his own 4th, or, well, not building, he's landing his own 4th. And he's got those 2-2 upgrades. He's getting into the Ghost Academy. He's already got a second starport, so his Viking count is going to be climbing at a very rapid rate. Classic, what can he possibly do to hold on right now? I don't think there's much. Maru handled the fight very well. He had the Marauders on the front line. They took down that first Colossus. And it feels like... I was talking about Maru having a bit of a fragile setup. Classic's situation was way more fragile at this point. And losing that one Colossus proved to be borderline lethal. Classic going to try and add on Blink and 2-2 upgrades for his ground. And if the game were even, this might work, but... well, the game is not even. And we are just going to see Maru just rush up the ramp and claim his game number 1 victory. Well done by Vitality's Maru. All right, there he is. Game number 2. It's Classic. And his opponent in the top left, it's Maru. They do those intros real fast. There's not a whole lot of breathing room. Classic gonna get in here and be a little bit of a nuisance with the probe, which is always always nice. Puts the Terran to the test, lets you get some early scouting. Now, what will we see here? What will we see? Obviously, Classic trying to rush up towards that late game didn't really pan out for him. Oceanborn might be able to work for him. I mean, to be fair, it feels like if it's going to work on any map, it's probably going to work on Alcyone, because you've got that ramp at the third base, but Classic just kind of got caught on the map a little bit. Wasn't expecting quite as much power maybe from Maru's army. And he got caught stumbling a little bit on the retreat. Only had 2 Colossus, didn't build that third one. And it was really just the greed that killed him. Can't be getting caught slipping. It's really quite greedy, but the thing is, I've seen Classic get away with really greedy transitions into Sky Toss, so I was kind of just expecting that it would work. It did not, to say the very least. A little bit unfortunate for Classic, because that did start off as a very strong early game. That is so weird that he's done this here. Just doesn't wall. Just does not wall. Surely that was just a misclick. We're going to see the Adept getting into the main base. We'll be able to grab, 2 SCVs. That's pretty nice. That's actually huge damage, getting 2 SCVs like that. I am curious if Maru got the scout on his opponent's Twilight. I don't think so. That was a nice start there. Man, 2 SCVs early is actually very big. That was kind of a cool animation, the way the Adept fired its glaive, fired its attack, and then instantly shaded out. That was kind of cute. Looked nice. Oh, very quick forge coming in from Classic. That is... Huh. Before the third Nexus is very strange. What is the idea with this? I am very curious. What do we have in the medevac as well? I think there's a Reaper, a Hellion, and maybe... Wait, is it... No, is it 3 Hellions? God, I wish I'd noticed. Wish we had the units tab right here. Blink is done. Okay, no, it's 2... Okay, it is 2 mines and a Hellion. Classic. Oh. Oh, he's able... Wow. Okay. He's able to kill that mine before it can fire again. Damn. All right. That was pretty good for Classic. He killed the medevac. He killed both mines and the Hellion. All right. Only losing 1 probe and a little bit of mining time. Yeah, that's full steam ahead. That's top tier. Main thing for Classic, yeah, is he's going for a really weird setup here. Like, extremely weird. Very fast +1 armor. Late 3rd Nexus. And a fast Templar Archives. So the +1 armor is the biggest wrinkle in this. That's the most non-standard in my opinion. Oh, we're going to see a blink forward into the main base. Will grab... Huh. We'll grab a supply depot. Can he get that reactor? Ah, he's not able to get it. Nice save from Maru. Good positioning. Well, not good positioning, just good reaction. Oh, Scout sees the Templar. That's big. That is actually really big. He drops a feedback, which is honestly highly ineffectual. That Raven did not even have that much energy, so he gets very little damage. I feel like as much as anything, that was just frustration. But now he's going to have less energy for Storm. Yeah, that one just leaves me scratching my head a little bit. Maru does have a 3rd command center on the way, not on location. And his first 2 medevacs are out, so now it is time for Maru to start getting aggressive. See what he can do across the map. But he doesn't have to necessarily. He can chill a little bit. And he can go for a very quick Ghost Academy. Oh, we did see the Observer spotted this army. Nice snipe down on the Marauder. Oh, good job. Ooh, Storm Drop going to try and come in, but there's a missile turret extremely well placed. Classic going in anyways. Oh my god. Classic, what are we doing? What? Oh. He almost just lost the Warp Prism from full HP to a single missile turret. Oh my god. Classic was almost just punted that one into the sun. As it is, that's really bad because now the Prism is just super low on HP. Anytime he wants to try and use it to drop storms. Oh, good spot on the Widowmine there from Classic. Supplies are still very close. This was a pretty good start for the Protoss, so like he's not out of the game by any means. Ghost Star starting to hit the field. Maru is really late to land his 3rd. Like really, really late. Like it's still not landed. And Classic's going to start the transition towards Colossi, which I do like. Man, this is such a late landing of that 3rd base. Maru is terrified. And that means that Classic has just been mining a fair bit. Oh, the storms! He was not expecting those from the side. Blink forward will find 1 full medevac. That might just be what Classic needs to win this game. What a timing. EMP's not landing on the High Templar. Good spread from Classic on the back end. And Storm on the SCVs is going to be very nice. He just obliterates the whole middle line with the 2nd Storm. Goes from 3 kills to 19 in the blink of an eye. And Classic has just ripped Maru's head off of his goddamn body. Absolutely just eradicated him right there. And behind this, he says, that's quite enough. I'm going to go home. I'm going to start up 2-2. I'm going to start up Colossus. 4th base. He just needs extended thermal lance, and he's got all the tools for the next stage. There it is. Extended thermal lance. Classic. Top marks. Maru got completely blindsided by those storms. Another one comes down and lands some big damage as well. Oh, man. Classic. He's got to be a little bit careful about overcommitting. Oh, and there's that High Templar in the War Prism going down. The effect of that damage from earlier does make itself seen. And that will give Maru a chance in this game now. Classic needs to get off the map. He needs to get the hell off the map. He's going to have 4 Colossus very soon. He's still in a good position. Oh, Storm did just land. Got a little bit of damage done. Ah, Classic, he did. Oh my god, the Colossus. Hello? Classic. We're doing all the hard things so well as he lands another big storm. And we're doing the easiest things so poorly. Classic, please notice. Oh my god, why? Classic not like this. He's still in such a good position, but he hasn't even noticed that there's just a Colossus on the other side of the map. Honestly, it's fine as long as he gets to 2-2 and extended thermal lance with 3 Colossus at home. But like, oh man, this is hurting my soul a little bit. It's literally just sitting there. How has he not noticed? No way. No freaking way. I think he's just going to win the game with this 2-2 extended thermal lance Colossus timing. Oh my god. Oh, he notices because the Warp Prism goes past it. Oh my god, so it's going to be fine. Ooh, oh, the Storm Drop is good, but it does mean the Templar or the Warp Prism goes down. High Templar do get EMP'd on the top side. Colossus will eventually fall on the bottom, but Classic is too far ahead from the earlier stage. Maru is going to be forced to tap out, and Classic is going to send this one to a game 3. Maru just does not have the units. Classic got it done earlier. He tried to make it funny and interesting, and he kind of did. Got me interested, but he is going to even the series at 1 apiece. All right, here we go. Game number 3. There he is. It's Maru, and in the top right, it's Classic. And this is Ghost River. Yeah, Ghost River. Here we are. If you're enjoying this one, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Would be very much appreciated. This is a short natural-to-natural rush distance. We'll see if tank pushes end up being strong. It is surprisingly wide open. And there's lots of areas to flank on tanks with stuff like charge lots, well, etc. We do have a double gas opener here from Maru. Classic looking around for a potential proxy barracks. He does this quite frequently. He does this almost always, in fact. Which is, yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm down. Down with the sickness, so to speak. We are going to see Classic able to get the scout that, yep, it's double gas. He may not have actually checked in and seen the gas itself, but you don't need to when you can see that there is an SCV returning from that position with gas in hand. Yes, he did, Ihi-sung. We are going to be seeing Warp Gate first, so it's unlikely to be a Stargate. Not impossible, but unlikely. Game number 3 was worth checking out for sure. There comes that Reaper. Will get deflected by the Adept. Oh, robotics facility first. Okay. Well, I was thinking about what Terran pushes could happen on this map. Is there something you could do as Protoss that has teeth on Ghost River? Not necessarily. This could just be defensive in nature. But it could also be very aggressive. Maybe a Warp Prism Gateway push. Oh, we are going to see this Reaper getting into the main base. Will get the scout. Won't get a kill. But he sees that robotics facility, and that's important. That's really important. You are right about that land return. Classic has done robotics facility into Stargate before. But with a second gateway coming down first, doesn't look like that. Now, it is Observer first, but we will see. There's still a fair bit of gas in the bank for Classic, but It is going to be a Twilight Council. Okay. No, I was going to say, is there going to be like a big charge lot all in with this? But no, we've got a third and fourth gas to the natural. Classic is playing a very interesting setup that I'm unfamiliar with, to say the very least. Like, totally unfamiliar with. Little Cyclone Marine medevac push coming in from Maru. And he's got a siege tank. He's got a Liberator on the way. Classic. Doesn't have any buildings on the low ground. Or, not on the low ground, but accessible from the low ground. So at least there's that. Oh, but Maru's just going to move into the main base with a double Cyclone. And he's going to be able to pick off quite a few probes. Oh, wow. That's 5 extra probes. One of them was a scouting probe kind of watching this army. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. It will be charge. Charge and immortal. No additional probes being built at the moment for Classic. He's not mining from one of the gases at the natural. This is a very strange little setup. And Maru going to find himself... Oh, he's going to find himself quite a bit of additional damage. 3 more probes. This is already a problem for Classic. A big one. And Maru might just... Okay, he is going to be building a third command center. He's got to be careful with this army then. But it's a strong one. It's a really strong army. Classic going to try and pick the fight here. Will be able to take down the Liberator. Ooh, and he gets the siege tank as well. But that is a lot of Marines. Even without stim, that is so many Marines right here. Charge is done. SCV's showing up. So Maru was looking to really set up a strong position. Will do so with a siege tank on the low ground, but I don't think Maru was necessarily expecting Classic to have the combination of units that he did. And nor should he. That was not a normal situation. Charge, an Immortal, a few Stalkers. Very uncommon. But the thing is, Maru's economy is still so good off of this. And you can see, look at that. He's a little bit worried about what the follow-through is. He's building a bunker at the front. But I don't think this has any potential to do anything on the other side of the map. Classic just now taking his third Nexus. He's got a Templar Archives on the way, and he starts a Blink behind it. Maru still feels like he is very far ahead in this game. Much better economy. Third command center done. His tech is not amazing, but it's not bad either. And it's not like it takes that long for you to get up towards stim and combat shields. Just means he can't be aggressive for a while, but he doesn't need to be because he's ahead economically. Maru, I think, was definitely worried about Classic attacking more so than anything. Like, really committing full send. But he realizes now that that's not going to be happening. He salvages the bunker. And he's chilling. Third command center going to land at the same time that Classic's third Nexus finishes up. And with Maru, of course, having the advantage in terms of workers, that's much better for Maru, especially when you factor in mules. And he's getting in towards the Ghost Academy, so he's already countering his opponent's High Templar tech. It's not ready yet, though, and storms are available. But there's like no army for Classic here. Like, there's none. 4 Zealots, an Immortal, and a Stalker is not an army. Not an army. Ooh, but a Storm Drop on the natural could be very effective. Maru does have a nice spread of bio units. Classic. Oh, here comes the Storm Drop. SCV is kind of pre-spread, but they kind of just sit there. Raven gets feedbacked. Oh, there's the Storm. Recall comes in. That was pretty effective. Storm on the army trying to move over towards this base. All of a sudden, 18 SCVs just got blasted. 19. Okay. Classic finds some big damage. Will lose an Immortal almost certainly in the... Well, maybe not. Actually, there's no concussive shells. Oh, and another Storm comes in. Classic Storms have been money, but finally an EMP lands, and it's a big one. Draining all 3 of those High Templar of energy. There are 2 more behind this, but a nice scan coming in from Maru. Ooh, Storm. Does he not have the energy? Apparently he did not, and Maru, his army was so low on HP. There's the Storm finally coming in, but it was just a little too late. If he had that Storm 5 seconds earlier and he double storms the ramp, Maru's army gets obliterated, but instead it is Maru coming out once again with the lead and consolidating it. Classic going to try and transition into the double Robo Colossus now like he did in Game 2, but could not be a more different scenario than Game 2. Game 2, he basically already won. Now this is a desperation transition. Liberator does go down. We do see a Storm on the ramp, but it doesn't hit too many units. Only getting, I think, 1 kill. If Classic can somehow buy time for this double Robo Colossus, he will still, of course, be able to continue to play this game, but that is a big ask right now, and the siege tanks are setting up in a strong position. Very nice Widowmine placement as well at the front. Really like this setup from Maru right here, utilizing the map features extremely well. Ooh, Extended Thermal Lance is almost certainly going to be denied here. We do see a big, juicy Storm on the middle. Zealots do eat a big Widowmine shot. Maru. Oh, that was not the blink from Classic. That was not it, and he just lost a lot of Stalkers. Not that that would have necessarily made the biggest of differences anyways if he keeps those alive, but that did not do him any favors. That is for damn sure. Colossus shows up, but it is too little too late. Maru is going to make this one happen. Classic is just... There's nothing to do against these tanks. They're in too good of a spot. And Maru is going to qualify for the StarsWar offline finals, the $25,000 tournament in China. Classic will have to attempt it through the losers bracket. Well done by Vitality's Maru. And he gets the job done. If you enjoyed that one, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Check out the rest of my videos, and we will catch you on the flip side.